Attention. Good morning, shit talkers, YouTubers, and my around the world. Today, Shit Talkers 2.0. Today is going to be about the racist majority. Is it black or white? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think the majority of black people are racist? And do you think that the majority of white people are racist? While you're pondering upon that, let's watch a few videos and you listen to what context that I can put with this argument. Don't rush to judgment. I'm asking the majority of black people or the majority of white people, which one is racist? I got my man Lionel Harris here that's doing a show right now with two black races. He's the only conservative on this show. He's hosting it with two other black men, but he's the only black American that's going to straight up tell you, in his opinion, that the majority of black people are racist and white people aren't. Here we go. Listen.
All right. So I just want to say I'm a big fan of Lionel. And then second, I want to talk about a situation.
That's all the reason why anybody's watching this, because Lionel.
It's unique to me, but it's something that doesn't happen often.
Listen to this.
So I live in a very liberal town near Seattle, Washington. And I live in a place where white people are the minority, right? And
gotcha.
As far as mainstream media goes, discriminating against white people is normalized where I live, right? So I get targeted at school because of my skin color, right? I've gotten robbed a couple times because of my skin color, jump.
That's wild.
And if I try to tell people that, I face these type of consequences for the color of my skin, I get dismissed on this argument that cannot be racist.
That's good. That's good. Now, no, hold on. Let Joe talk. Why don't talk now? It's the only reason anybody's here.
One of them is the
sins of the father
will be visited upon the
children. Yeah. So we're going to say the sins of our fathers, the white ancestors that bought the African Americans from the captured African Americans, and we brought them here and made them black Americans instead of black Africans. Yeah, we want our money back. So what do you think, guys? Who's more racist, black people or white? Black or white? I'll let you know my feelings at the end of this video. But let my man Lionel finish here. They're trying to shut him up. They're trying to overtalk him. Sambo juice comes out. Now that's racist.
Because you know where I'm going.
These are three black men, right? My man Lionel's really black. He's more black than they are. They're the color of like beans. He's like a real black man. Real black American.
You have to know the reason behind why something occurred. What is wrong with what is done to those people is put them in that mindset that they have to retaliate. Do you understand that point? What was wrong that was done to them? If you took those wrongs away, you would not even have to deal with that. But you never dealt with those wrongs. You only want to deal with the reaction after they have dealt with being wrong. And that is the problem. You can't undo. You can't unbraid.
So my great-great-grandfather, I'm supposed to know how he felt.
That's whatever what you just said, right? And what he's talking about, that is still preaching hate, right?
Yes, it is.
Because you're saying, right, what happened to you is deserved that what your ancestors said.
Yes, you did.
I'm not saying you said he deserved it. I'm saying the person that robbed him probably said that. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about the person robbed him. Let's talk about what he said. Okay.
The climate has created the
going to cause people to be angry.
The climate that was created.
Wrong. They're not going to sit
I'm
down.
4 years old. I didn't make that climate. Man, there's such climate like that. Our generation, everybody on here, have you contributed to the climate of racism? Anything I've went against it where I live here in West Virginia, the most racist place on earth. But here in the Ville, Republicans, that means you're not racist. Where I live at. Where's Lionel Harris at? Let's get a couple more videos in here. And then I'll let you know my true feelings on racism. Other than it's bullshit, sucks ass for everybody involved. Lionel Harris. Give me 1 second. Got a couple more videos. It's called Shit Talkers 2.0 Racial Education Warning.
You want to say I'm a big fan of
I want you guys to hear where racism came from. I mean, yeah, well, racism was invented by the Democrats to trick the black people, the ones they didn't kill, the black and white Republicans they didn't kill. Listen, 1964 Republican Convention.
And there's a virtual despair among the many.
There's just as many people in the background as this white guy talking. By Senator Barry Goldwater.
If Barry Goldwater would have gotten office, they would have killed him. Probably like the Democrats want to kill Donald Trump. And the Republicans, just look at the shit Donald Trump is doing to fuck off the church's money.
Time to drain the swamp. The Democratic Party is the 2020 plantation.
And guess who Donald Trump wanted to be honest?
He rigged the system on the way out.
What? Kids ain't that a big deal.
Bill Clinton, buy one, get one free. Kids.
Seeking great wealth or power have too often and too long turned even the highest.
This is going to show you
into mere
where the
personal
KKK and racism began. Who created it?
They didn't want Barry Goldwater in. I think they were scared.
We must know the whole good is the product.
The whole narrative about
single
white people in the South being racist back in the day and hanging black people, that's bullshit. That's a myth. And they'll show you who it's created by. People in hoods, they was Democrats killing Republicans. And they'd just throw a black person in there. They'd hang white and black people in the same tree. But they would cut the white, but they take the white ones out and frame it and make it look like a hate crime. Look like it was racist, but it wasn't racist thing. It was a political thing.
Wrongly understood, as it has been so tragically in our time.
YouTube is the best thing for education.
And then to despotism.
Barry Goldwater was talking about abuse of power way back then. You think the Democrats can really afford 4 more years of Donald Trump?
Right.
I know that freedom is not the fruit of every soil. I know that our own freedom was achieved through centuries by unremitting efforts of brave and wise men.
It probably could have took 1 year of Barry Goldwater. Before I go, the films have a message for you.
Hey, Senator Eisenhower, he was a party leader. He was an elder statesman. Hey, Robert Byrd
from here in West Virginia, you racist fuck. But on his behalf, on his deathbed, and in his final book, he said his deepest regret was becoming a Klansman, but that was the only way he could get into politics. He was a young man full of vigor and wanted into politics, and the only way he could get into politics is join the Klan. It's true.
David Clark, not the sheriff, the one from Canada. shout out to
They'll show you here in a minute.
donation. Also,
But it's also a Robert Byrd
Monster
thing from right here in West
LLC.
Virginia.
Shout out to Raw Monster in the house for the donation. Michael Fable.
You could actually watch Byrd change over the years.
Also, shout out to Christine.
So he come out as a Democrat, because Democrats was racist back in the day. They're one of them. That's why the South was always considered to be racist, because the South's always been Democrat.
Not bad like Michael Jackson. Heather Fitzgerald. Melissa in the house. Also, last but not least, Robert Walter.
Oh, hell. Oh, man, it didn't show it. Hold on. Give me one more try. Where are you at, Lionel? Lionel does he breaks it down. How they find he goes back and shows the creation of racism in America and who it was founded upon. Who founded it? Robert Byrd. He didn't found it, but he had a chapter here in West Virginia on the sole fact that he wanted to become a politician, and the only way that he could get into politics was to buddy up to the Klan. It's a true story. Look it up. You don't believe me? Never take anybody's word for anything. Anybody says something like that or anything, look it up. Do your own homework. Don't take my word for it, but you can write it down. I know my Byrd history. Subscription. Lionel Harris. Salty Cracker got a new video out yet? Yep, not yet. He should have one out at 9 a.m. Be here on Shit Talkers 2.0 at 9 a.m. for the Salty Cracker hour, my bad. Come on now. This is an old video. Hold on. Bear with me, children. The history.
I bet you don't know why black people, not niggas, celebrate the 4th of July.
Here we go.
Started on 4th of July, 1860.
Let's watch this together, children. I'm gonna turn around.
I bet you didn't know that shit now, did you?
That's what it was. Republican parties were started in the South by African Americans.
The original Republicans. We started this Republican shit.
Yes, you did.
Motherfucking thanks they did.
Instead of Texas,
Yes, you did,
the
Lionel.
first 3 statewide Republican chairmen were African Americans.
Well, go on.
The first 42 black legislators elected in Texas were all Republicans.
Can I hear more?
The
Yes.
first 112 black legislators elected in Mississippi were all Republicans.
You bullshit.
The
Nope.
first 190 black
That's what I've been trying to tell them, Lionel.
were all Republicans.
Is there more?
Yes.
The first 41 in Georgia, the first 127 in Louisiana. So now
Black Republicans.
African Americans really stepped
Black
up and
Republicans created this.
Political power.
And you know who couldn't take that.
Now,
Created
you have
Republicans
Democrats
anyway.
who've been very racist. It's in their platform. They support the
Yes,
Dred
it
Scott
is.
decision. They think the fugitive slave law is great. They started a nation.
Democrats are still doing the
slavery
same
alive. Very
evil
racist.
acts.
40 black people support now. The KKK.
Yep, yep.
Democrats.
And so now they're facing a situation where these blacks are now their rulers.
You mean to tell me America was never great for blacks? That's not what I heard.
Are
Nope.
now in office, are now U.S. senators, are now U.S. How do you stop that?
In And in order to put Democrats back in power, you got to take blacks out of power.
1866 Democrats and
black people have been fooled.
Boom, you heard it right there. I'm gonna clip that.
Google it.
Its purpose was not to kill blacks.
But to kill Republicans
Control
and blacks.
and return Democrats to power.
Before these niggas get too much power.
Now, if you're looking for a Republican that you want to take care of, you can wipe out any black you want because they're 100% Republicans at that point in time.
That means they gonna kill your ass no matter what color you are.
Really calling y'all coons. Wow.
You can't wipe out any white.
That's what College 20 says they
It's a
call
little more judicious when you wipe out white.
Yep.
So what happens is the Ku Klux Klan starts attacking, not blacks, Republican convention, joined with the New Orleans police, joined with the New Orleans mayor. They attacked physically at the convention.
Toes right here is where
They killed
the Republican Party was invented.
150 others.
Damn, white people getting killed side by side with black people by Democrats. Or as you might know them as the KKK.
1868, they put out a push card in South Carolina, and it listed what they called a
a bunch of videos out there.
The push card's about the size of a baseball card. It was put out
Look at
by
that.
the Klan.
Look at black and white people getting along back in the day as Republicans. But the Democrats killed all of us, framed on the white
Let me guess.
Southerners being racist.
50 of those legislators were black, 13 were white. Now,
14 were white.
63 Republican.
And on the Democrats' shit list.
The back of the card, it gave you the name of each legislator so you know who you're trying to
The
kill.
history lesson, boys and girls.
These are special niggas.
Congress starts these hearings in this group called the Klan. And they have hearings, and so they bring in Democrat leaders hearings to Congress. Unequivocally, Democrats say the Klan is ours, it belongs to us, it's there to restore the southern states.
And kill niggas, I mean Republicans, and nigger lovers, I mean white Republicans.
Those guys who lived through it made it very clear. For example, Richard Kane, and they're having to fight the Klan physically for their own safety. They go armed to Congress because of Klan attacks.
Damn, have they always been the normal black Republicans?
These guys said if we as blacks would simply stop voting,
Did you know
if we would
the
agree to
black,
vote straight Democrat
black
ticket,
Americans
all the
created
violence against
the
us would
Republic?
stop.
And niggas told me
Marty?
if I stopped telling Donald Trump jokes,
I didn't y'all watch this video.
well, I better give me a damn cool shirt. I mean, if I'm gonna be told what to do, especially by the KKK, I mean the Democrats, the people that have been destroying our community our whole life.
Your plantation owners today.
Black pioneers settled more than 100 all-black towns in the West.
Because once upon a time in America, black people own shit like our own community.
Each with the goal of economic independence.
Sometimes they don't know. Black Lives Matter really don't know about black history or about what the fuck black people need.
Tell me what the demands are.
We want to control our communities. We want to control our schools. We want to control our economics.
You can't do economics by controlling your own motherfucking business, your own motherfucking job, and your own motherfucking destiny.
And we want access. We want equity. I do not believe in equality. We do
Don't believe in equality.
Equality is a myth.
You're right.
We didn't have equality in the 1920s, but what we had is unity in the community.
But then we had Martin Luther King in the 50s and 60s that brought all of America together and made white America not racist. You have to go deep into a hollow and
30 restaurants.
I don't know where to find a real racist. And they're 60 years
There
old.
were dry goods stores, milliners, photography stores.
9% of white racists to 65
Greenwood is no
road.
longer called Greenwood. It's now known as Black Wall Street.
Like Seattle Police Department is no longer the Seattle Police Department. It's CHOP.
It's our job as organizers to set forth the
That's terrorist.
Demand, what demand? Demand for some more free shit? When
Terrorist.
black people have their own community, we had our own money.
This whole idea of self-sustainment really existed there. The dollar would stay in that community sometimes over 35 years before it ever went outside the community.
It wasn't no dollars going out the black community.
We're advocating for a new existence for black people in this country.
I'd rather go back to the old existence. You know, the ones that the Democrats destroyed when we used to police ourselves.
On Tulsa's Black Wall Street, Africans
Tulsa's Black Wall Street. Tulsa had a Wall Street.
and prepared for what might come.
Ain't Tulsa
Back then, we
shit
lived
on
in
down there?
ourselves.
Countering this white
Oh,
military
it's still a big place.
is very much an African-American
Well, which
spirit.
Tulsa,
We're
though,
gonna
right
defend
in,
ourselves. The mob comes, we're not gonna run, we've got our.
That's pretty cool. Check them out. They had their own army.
Especially important.
Black American Army.
Potent and Greenway.
Being able to defend ourselves against the Democrats or the KKK, the same party that's trying to take our guns now.
Yep.
And the KKK or the Democrats, as you might know, set up this race riot.
Talks to her.
2 or 3 of them have a
She gets taken to
project.
jail.
The girl didn't press charges and he was released.
The founder of Planned Parenthood's not a straight up racist. She admitted it. To keep the population of the black people down.
To protect their own from the Democrats, I mean the KKK.
And this is a
Like all
threat.
kinds of shit on
Someone
YouTube.
fires into the crowd and the riot is born.
The fake race riot, that was a slaughter.
This was not about the whistling boy.
They kill all that
This was
town,
about black
Americans.
who are economically powerful.
And the Democrats, I mean the KKK will never accept a black man having more than them. They're not gonna allow it. They're gonna set it
They
up.
intimidated the rest of the people around there being Democrat, all the white people, didn't they?
And then the mass.
They intimidated the rest of the white people to be Democrat, or they'd do that to them.
Cleared in the early
And the Democrats lay in celebration.
Oh my God, look at that stuff. Look what they done at town.
The largest single incident of racial violence in all of American history.
Sponsored by the KKK.
Wow.
Or, you might know the Democrats.
So it ain't,
And the civil rights have been.
but you know it's a fact, like, old white people are all.
Freedom Summer, 64. A drive.
But that shit ended with Martin Luther King Jr.
The right to vote.
And the
My
civil
father's
rights have been
generation
just like
looked
then,
up to Martin
it's
Luther
just
King
a
Jr. as a white man here in West
And
Virginia.
that coincidence.
King Jr. is one of the top
The
3
KKK,
greatest
I mean,
people
the
ever
Democrats
lived.
didn't allow that. But in order to end racism, you must first have a lesson of unity.
I bet y'all know more of Martin Luther King Jr.'s speeches than
Light. They got back in the car, and the Ku Klux Klan man.
You remember
Democrats. Not white people,
the Freemason boys.
the Democrats. Get in to get in. I
2 weeks ago.
wonder why there wasn't no white Republicans.
First party.
Mm-hmm.
What do they think? Think they got killed?
Nigga, stop playing on the phone before I hang up. You know they did.
That was LBJ president.
Are the 3 people. So as far as they're concerned,
That's the president.
at the face of the earth.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wow.
Goodman, James Earl Cheney, and Michael Schroeder were murdered.
2 white guys killed, Steph, and one black guy.
Shot. Point blank range. Buried.
As political crimes. Another white person.
And they tried to fire him
died
as white people as being racist. No,
Johnson sent the FBI.
I knew there's something up
Regularly by
that shit.
Director J. Edgar Hoover.
I bet he was.
Yeah.
Apparently what happened, these men have been killed.
How do you know?
But I wonder what makes you think they've been killed.
Because we killed them. That's how we know. And now you know what happened. The
Wow.
Democrats, the KKK told me to stop the police.
Because of the fact that it is the same car that they were in Philadelphia, Mississippi.
You knew that J. Edgar Hoover knew. That nigga LBJ knew too.
Damn
It
right.
wasn't until
The
August
police already knew what it was because the police the ones that helped put them there.
thousands of law enforcement agents. For 44 days, we're looking for my brother's body in James, New Mexico. They dredged out of the swamps 9 black bodies who no one had even heard of.
And probably
God.
nobody cared.
While looking for 2 white guys they killed, they found 9 additional black people that hadn't even been reported.
Legislation was being promoted,
Or manipulated as a tool.
and President Johnson wanted to sign it, but nevertheless it was held up, followed up in the United States Senate.
Well, Lyndon Johnson was fucking right.
President Democrat, or should I say the KKK, as they
I
better know.
thought he was a great president, a great American.
He was no civil rights activist, casting votes for the
Wow.
legislation.
So you saying LBJ as a Democrat didn't like niggas, but
Yeah.
blacks was given the right to vote. LBJ changed his mind, becoming Democrats.
Martin Luther
Johnson
King
realized
Jr.
that if he wanted to be president
Go.
of the state, he had to have a national base, he had to appeal to people. And the only way he could do that was by basically appealing on the issue of race.
And lying and saying he cared for blacks.
Johnson also reportedly studied a sailor and occasionally used the N-word.
And that N-word is nigga, just in case you new to my channel.
God.
That's my favorite word, nigga.
Johnson's someone who called his driver the N-word all his life.
That tells you
Always
his
lie.
driver.
Well, that's the way it's going to be. If you want to get along in this world, you better accept it. Exactly.
You're going to be a nigga whether you like it or not.
So he decides
Fucking
that
Democrats.
civil rights act's going to be the
They've been framing the
But
white
I'm
man.
going
You
to
hear
find
me?
this bill to act like I care. In other words, until we needed black people,
They
we
tricked
didn't
us.
give a shit about black people.
Damn Democrats.
On civil rights.
Oh, I'll never be Democrat
voted
ever again.
against
Never, no matter what.
voted against the anti-lynching bill, voted against abolition of the poor.
And was a known racist. He used to call his black by the first name of nigga.
It's the first civil rights bill to pass in 1875. And the problem with the bill
1875.
Because the Supreme Court already said segregation is unconstitutional.
And has to be 1965. Look at the picture quality.
On May 17, 1954,
54.
the U.S. Supreme Court issued its landmark decision in the case of Brown versus Board of Education,
Ms. Brown was the first case the Supreme Court ruled for in 1954.
where she was forced to travel over an hour to reach the all-black school she was assigned to attend.
That's some
But she
bullshit.
tried to enroll in the closer neighborhoods, which were all black. The request was denied.
Because she was black.
In the U.S. Supreme Court, Brown was represented by NAACP Supreme Court, Herbert Marshall. He argued that segregated schools were harmful.
Yep.
And left black children with feelings of inferiority.
And somebody has to show the difference between and black schools so you can see the discrepancies.
At the height of the Depression, policies of Jim Crow.
And how that works.
Charles Hamilton used to took a camera, went into South Carolina,
Study of education
and did
and
a
visual
documentation
representation.
of separate and unequal.
That's kind of like CHOP right now. They separate and unequal. They unequal because the motherfuckers is broke. They got crackheads and everything over there.
With this visual evidence, Houston began building a legal case against Jim Crow, showing just how unequal education was between black and white students in America.
And he had a lot to show.
They would film all, and children crowded on the benches, no desks. And then he would go to the white school, neighboring white school, 2-story, brick, basketball court.
And you know they should have had the basketball court in the black schools. They should have gave the white kids a golf course or a putting range.
And he used it to inform people around the country and to help mobilize black people, fight for their children's futures.
And Black Lives Matter right now is fighting for their rights. They're not fighting for our kids' rights. Black Lives Matter hollering about what they want, not what our kids need, like education.
The court unanimously decided in Brown's favor. Separate educational facilities were, without exception, unequal.
And back then, we done it legally.
And yet, symbolically, it is a major break.
That's how you
That
do
is
it
what
through legislation, not burning shit down.
Segue transition to being an absolute figure.
And LBJ used black people not knowing about the Supreme Court decision to his advantage. Remember, we didn't have internet back then.
And it gives him to some extent the legitimacy when he becomes president at the end of the assassination to wrap himself in the measure of civil rights and to use it to extend his legacy.
Because his damn sure wasn't his legacy. He was racist, as well as the rest of the KKK, I mean the Democrats.
And President Johnson wanted to sign it, but nevertheless it was held up, followed up in the United States Senate by Southern Democrats.
The Democrats didn't want to sign the Civil Rights Act?
And well, one Democrat in particular.
Imagine that. That's probably Joe Biden was in office then. I bet you. How much you want to bet?
Robert Byrd.
Oh, Robert Byrd, West
Robert
Virginia.
Byrd, the longest running senator in U.S. history.
Yep. right here in my state of West Virginia, know everything about that.
And known racist. Just look at us.
For his last dying regret, they put in his book that he was a member of the KKK. He only did it to become a, you want to become a politician. That was his own end.
Robert Byrd used the legal word 3 times on a national televised TV show.
And I used it 100 times in a skit, but I'm black.
We practice that. There are white niggers.
Yep. Not much of
Not
them.
a white nigger. No outside at all.
They're here,
That's
trust me.
the thing. Women's from the Democrat. No. The black caucus.
I know more white than I do black.
There's no price to pay when you're on the left and you make intemperate racial remarks. There's no price to pay.
Nothing to see here. Please move along. All he's done was say nigga a couple of times in public.
Contrast that with the absolute silence.
I say it public all the time.
Just like the Democrats,
You are my nigga,
the Democrats control fake news now. That's a damn shame. They have fake news just like they got fake news now.
Around Bob Byrd being praised when a Klansman, a Klan leader, not just a member of the Klan, not just influenced by the Klan.
And that's how he got in.
Operational
Be
leader
tender
of the
for
Klan.
rest of his
And
life.
nobody said shit. Well, they did, but not about the racist shit.
For my first day in the Senate, I sought out his guidance, and he was always generous with his time. And his
But he was, Hillary.
And the baby eater said he was her role model.
I
So did Joe
admired
Biden. He did a eulogy for it.
his Western Virginia constituency.
Huh?
And the
Joe Biden did
Klan
Robert
guy.
Byrd's eulogy, trust me, don't. Where's the fly swat?
The Constitution and the traditions of the Senate.
The fly won't win on Hillary. It's Biden's fly.
White people.
Well, yeah, that's the same one that was the same one on,
You learn from the best.
Vice President Pence.
Kinds of kids that are called super predatory. No
Super
conscience,
predators.
no empathy.
Hillary,
We can
tell
talk
'em.
about why they ended up that way, but first we have to bring them to heel.
Did Robert Byrd teach you that word?
The KKK endorses Hillary Clinton.
Because Hillary Clinton is a member
And Hillary Clinton endorses Joe Biden.
Byrd.
They mentioned that he once had a fleeting association.
Charleston, West Virginia, Steph. Right there.
What does that mean?
I guess that's when Bird died, bit out of the team.
That's what it means.
He was a country boy from the hills and hollows of West Virginia. He was
Woo! Just like me, but I ain't racist.
He was just playing a racist.
Yep.
and that's what a good person does.
Playing a racist, not actually being one. He is good at this game.
Yep. We have given her $20,000 anonymously for her campaign fund.
Grand drag.
They get their dollar back either.
She is friends with the Klan.
And enemies with the blacks. But the
You know, a lot of people don't realize this. What all this stuff she's saying now, she's saying so she can get into office.
because white people know she be Klan.
She does.
Her and the KKK. I mean the Democrats.
She's acting like she does so she can get into office.
Where she can pass racist laws. Luckily she didn't win. And thank God for that.
And once she's into the office, then she'll implement her policies.
For the KKK policies.
She's a Democrat. The Klan has always been a Democrat.
Because the Klan, I mean the Democrats and the Klan is still killing niggas today.
I can care less about Donald Trump. He's a millionaire. He's a businessman. He's not a politician.
And he's not a Klan member.
He couldn't run this country more than he can run a county. The KKK endorses Hillary Clinton.
And Hillary Clinton endorses the KKK.
For the KKK, Hillary Clinton is our choice.
And not Donald Trump. Next! The Democrats always lied to black people about racism. But back in the 60s, they didn't have Donald Trump. They had very old lies.
What I remember most of the 64 campaign was the 64 Civil Rights Act. My dad had been a Republican all his life. And in '64, he switched.
Along with the rest of the blacks, he was tricked.
They voted for Johnson and he became a Democrat because Goldwater was against the '64 Civil Rights Act.
Which in actuality wasn't shit, because the Supreme Court already passed a ruling in the 1950s that segregation was wrong. And they tried to use Barry Goldwater as a scapegoat for civil rights acts, just like they try to use Donald Trump for civil rights acts now. Because Trump was a patriot, just like Barry Goldwater.
Barry Goldwater did not want to run for president of the United States.
Neither did Donald Trump.
The multi-millionaire real estate developer is sounding more like a politician these days than America's most grandiose and controversial builder.
And he's still not sounding like a politician. He's sounding like a nationalist.
What Barry Goldwater did want was to persuade a nation to listen to a message.
So did Donald Trump.
When he disagrees with a matter of policy, he does it in a big way.
He let it be known.
I was tired, and I think a lot of people are tired of watching other countries ripping off the United States. This is a great country. They laugh at us. Behind our backs, they laugh at us because of our own stupidity.
So Donald Trump got tired of us getting laughed at by other countries, and so did Barry Goldwater. They both wanted to make America great again.
America was drifting away from concepts that had made her the envy of the world.
Barry Goldwater and Donald Trump both knew foreign policies wasn't shit.
Today, he sunk $95,000 into a full-page newspaper ad appearing in many papers criticizing the administration's foreign policy.
They both wanted to keep government out of your business.
A message of limited government.
And we're finally getting the government out of the way so you can do your jobs.
They both wanted citizens to be independent, no matter what color you are.
Of the productivity of a free market economy. Of the value of self-reliant Americans, the worth and responsibility of the individual.
This, in fact, is our new American moment. There has never been a better time to start living the American dream. So, to every citizen watching at home tonight, no matter where you've been or where you've come from, this is your time. If you work hard, if you believe in yourself, if you believe, and together, we can achieve absolutely anything.
But when Republicans preach freedom,
together we are rediscovering the American way. In America, we know that faith and family, not government and bureaucracy, are the center of American life.
The Democrats try to discredit them and say they both crazy.
The witness on the part of the president was a meltdown. Sad to say.
Too simple, too old-fashioned. This guy's a nut, said some critics.
Yeah, critics of the Klan.
The president's fitness for office is something that's been called into question.
And this is why Donald Trump had to run for president. He had to wake America up.
Barry Goldwater did not want to run for president.
But like Donald Trump, he had to.
Rumblings in the Trump camp went as far as the presidency. Could the Manhattan magnate be eyeing the White House, or is he just calling a bluff?
But Trump don't bluff. He's strategic. Nobody gave him a chance, just like Donald Trump. But Trump won.
Well, I think that Senator Goldwater is going to shock a whole lot of people. By and large, they're becoming increasingly conservative and also very militantly against.
Is that Malcolm, man?
Goldwater stands a better chance than a whole lot of people think.
And if it wasn't for the KKK, I mean the Democrats tricking blacks, Barry Goldwater would have won.
Yep.
But Barry Goldwater or Donald Trump didn't give a damn about being president. They just knew it was something they had to do.
But if the race was to be made, he'd let the chips fall where they may.
Well, they can present whatever they want. I have no intention of running for president, but I'd like the point to get across.
And since he became president, he had another part to get across.
See, the bottom line is, I know you like me, and this room is a love fest, I know that. But you have no choice but to vote for me.
Like they should have voted for Barry.
He has the courage of his convictions, said others, and added, I don't agree with him, but I respect him.
Probably would have gotten office.
And chose a different set of
America.
Again, and vote for the Klan like we did in the 60s.
Because your 401ks, down the tubes, everything's going to be down the tubes. So whether you love me or hate me, you got to vote for me.
Who in the hell else you going to vote for?
But as years passed and events unfolded abroad and at home, some have concluded that perhaps Barry Goldwater had indeed offered America something special back in 1964.
Look at a true patriot like Donald Trump.
Dog kind of the world's keeper of that. I don't believe we should.
Me neither, because Donald Trump is the president of the United States, not of the world.
Hungry globalists. You know what a globalist is, right? You know what a globalist is? A globalist is a person that wants the globe to do well, frankly, not caring about our country so much. And you know what? We can't have...
Hell with that shit.
Joe Biden is a globalist, but Barry Goldwater wasn't.
And integrity transcends
as we go along.
I really don't know, Larry. This is an issue that's been bothering me. It's been bothering a lot of people that I know. And I think it's an issue that had to be brought out to the fore. The concept of America financing and paying and losing lives for countries that won't even allow us to live for America, it's ridiculous.
They accused Barry Goldwater and Donald Trump of loving the country just a little too much.
You know, they have a word. It sort of became old-fashioned. It's called a nationalist. And I said, really? We're not supposed to use that word. You know what I am? I'm a nationalist, okay?
Okay, I'm a nationalist. America first, what that means.
This same president, by viewing the world lights of conscience, lights of honesty, lights of strength, and lights of courage. And these lights need turning on.
I'm a nationalist.
The United States is, if it were a corporation, it would be bankrupt. It's losing $200 billion a year. For years now it's been losing that. What right do we have to go out and defend? Why aren't these countries, these wealthy money machines, paying us for the defense of their freedom and their nations? Why aren't they paying us?
They paying us now, including the country where your daddy from, Germany. So your ass is a true nationalist.
You put up $600 million for this?
Absolutely, assuming I'm doing well.
Yeah, $600 million to fair?
Much more than that.
Write that down.
Much more than
Write
that.
this down too.
Me. He said I'm very rich.
And got big nuts.
So, if I need $600 million, I can put up $600 million myself.
Next, let's talk more about the Democrats and how they trick black people into becoming Democrats.
Yeah. I did a video about this earlier.
The biggest maker in the United States, having opposed the Civil Rights Act for all the years of his life. This was the holiest individual that ever came around.
Right.
Get that?
Trying to sound like Joe Biden now.
Lyndon Johnson, a Southern senator who had long been
Southern senator.
made many efforts to
Leader of the Klan.
the agenda that Kennedy had not been able to.
And we all know why that is. He got Jeffrey Epstein. And just like Donald Trump, the Democrats tried to paint both of them as racist. But the fact is, they both just stuck to the Constitution.
We have said, I believe, that we have no right to tell the southern states what they must do about school immigration. I can't understand this statement. Do you mean to say the Supreme Court decision is null and void? No.
Don't be putting no words in my mouth. I wonder what news channel CNN was back then.
Well, the Supreme Court decision is not necessarily the law of the land. The Constitution still is. They interpreted by that action that it was wrong to have segregation.
Exactly.
Now, they didn't spell out what was to be done.
That should be left up to the states. But the Democrats took that statement and called Barry Goldwater racist.
It was something that the federal government should legislate on.
And took his statement about the Constitution the wrong way.
I will never vote for a country accommodation clause in any civil rights bill because I think it's unconstitutional. I think it covers the assembly, freedom of speech, freedom of religion,
Agreed.
freedom of property.
That's why Donald Trump is big on judges to make sure the Constitution is honored.
In my home state,
We got a judge getting appointed today.
due practice discrimination. And it's
Exactly.
also economically bad.
Barry Goldwater was a great man. Man, the world would have changed if he was won that race. Hell, that was Trump before his time.
achieve what we want. And that's when black people turn Democrat.
Man, see how they done the old baby switch on the black Americans?
They don't think it's racist. They don't think he's racist. I don't think he's racist.
Dude, did you not hear them phone calls that we just heard about them killing them two white guys and that black guy?
What Donald Trump is asking Seattle to do right now, let Seattle be settled by the people of Seattle. Yes, sir, do something else. This we can't take. Back then, black people want to invest in their business. Now,
That's it, folks. And that's how they turned. And that's how they turned black Americans into Democrats back in the day. The old bait and switch. And if you don't agree with that,